Good evening. Today is April the 7th, 2020. Please review the following information and contact Kellie Smith if you have any questions or concerns for the Coronavirus Task Force. Americans have always possessed a spirit to expand and move beyond their current horizons. Early in our nation's history, this need to expand was called manifest destiny. Many Americans believed it was our divine right to occupy and control all land between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. We have never done well when we are forced to remain stationary and confined to a specific area. This is against our very character as Americans. We have a need to travel, and many of us believe this is one of our most essential rights. However, we're now at a time in our history in which we must restrict our movement unless we are traveling for essential business. We completely understand many of us struggle with the desire to travel, and we want to escape our homes and neighborhoods for just a few hours. We also understand that our homes may have become a little bit more crowded than before because now children are home from school and spouses may no longer be working. All of these factors could easily come together to create tension and frustration at home. The need to travel is strong, but unnecessary movement will place you and others at risk. The more we stay at home, the quicker this virus will pass and we can get back to normal. The more we move throughout the community, the virus will simply linger and continue to infect more people. If you are forced to travel during this time, you may want to consider the following information. First, attempt to perform all necessary tasks in one trip. Carefully plan your day so that you can take care of all errands with one trip. Number 2, know what you want and make a list of things that you need. Don't wander through the store and increase your chances of exposure or exposing someone else. Number 3, be conscientious of everyone around you and maintain at least 6 feet from the next person. Please remember to do this at the checkout counter also. Number 4, be conscientious of everything that you touch, including products at the shelves, door handles, and other surfaces. Many of the stores are making an extra effort to disinfect, but they simply can't keep everything clean all of the time. Number 5, limit the number of people with you on the trip. Parents are encouraged to leave children at home if appropriate supervision is available. It is advisable that both parents should not travel to the same location unless it is a necessity. This simply increases the chance of exposure to yourself and to others. Number 6, closely monitor and supervise your children if you're forced to take them out of the home. Small children have a tendency to touch every surface they see. Often they will make contact with those surfaces with their hands and fingers, and eventually this ends up at their face. Small children will constantly place their fingers near or in their mouths, or they may actually place their mouth on a surface, depending on their age. Children can easily become infected because they like to touch things. It is advisable to leave them at home if possible, but maintain close supervision of them if they must go with you. Number 7, wear gloves and masks when shopping. You will touch a variety of items that others have been in contact with while you're shopping. You will also come in contact with keypads, gas pumps, credit cards, money, door handles, and a variety of other surfaces. Be extremely conscientious and don't touch your face or mouth until you have disinfected or washed your hands with soap or water. Number 8, limit your time while out of the home. We completely understand that many may be bored at home and have a desire to simply get out of the house for a few hours. Many will want to browse and spend considerable time in a store to help end the boredom. This will dramatically increase your chances of infection and the chances that you will infect someone else. Secure the items that you need and get back home as soon as possible. Please do not linger. Number 9, please don't use public restrooms or water fountains unless it is an absolute necessity. Remember to wash your hands with soap and water if you use a public restroom. Keep the paper towel that you wipe your hands on to open the door after washing your hands. Attempt to find a trash can which has an open top and not the kind that you're forced to push open a door or lid. This is an area that is being touched by many and it could easily spread the virus. Number 10, wash all food items thoroughly that are not prepackaged. Individual and unwrapped food items such as vegetables and fruits should be washed thoroughly before eating. Number 11, disinfect your hands before using them to eat food that you have purchased in the public. For example, you may order a pizza or some other food item and open the box to eat. Please keep in mind that that box has been touched by many different individuals and your hands have been all over it. You will then eat that food with your hands which have come in contact with your mouth. This can lead to infection. Number 12, be more conscientious of food items that could easily be touched by a food service employee. Ensure the preparers are practicing good health habits if possible. Number 13, utilize online options if possible to conduct essential businesses. Many businesses are now offering curbside pickups. You can call your order in and have it picked up without actually going into the store. This will dramatically reduce your exposure potential. We will not be forced to endure this forever, but for the time being, we must stay at home as much as possible. We will endanger ourselves and others when we move throughout the community. I was once scuba diving in an underwater cave in Florida. The first part of the cave was very well marked with colored lines and signs. Toward the back of the main entryway, the underwater cave split into multiple channels, which was also divided into multiple tunnels. It would become extremely easy to get lost in those tunnels and run out of oxygen. I distinctly remember a sign being posted at the end of the main channel which gave everyone pause. The sign read, "There is nothing beyond this point worth dying for. Turn around and remain on the rope course." Every diver had the desire and almost the need to continue forward and explore the limits of the cave. Much like today, we have a desire to, and perhaps even a need to travel outside of our homes, but there is nothing out there worth endangering ourselves and those around us. Please stay at home unless you have essential business. This will shorten the time we must spend confined to our home and would help us all keep safe. We very much appreciate your attention to this broadcast, and we hope that you do remain healthy. Thank you very much, and stay home.